James saved a total of $32.15 over 5 weeks. He saved the same amount of money each week. How much did James save each week? So I know that he saved a total of $32.15, and he saved the same amount of money over 5 weeks. So I know that in order to figure out how much money he saved each week, I need to take my total, $32.15, and split it up between 5 weeks. Let's make sure we draw our big 7 if we're going to try our big 7, partial quotients. Okay, so now we ask ourselves if 5 will go into the first digit, which is 3. 5 won't go into 3 because 3 is smaller, so I go over to the next place. 5 goes into 32. Well, 5 times 6 is 30, so it goes in 6 times. So I'm going to subtract. 5 times 6 is 30. I've got these weird spaces, so I have to fill in the weird spaces with zeros, and because I put 2 zeros there, I have to put 2 zeros out here. Now I subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 minus 0 is 2. Okay, now I start over. 5 won't go into 2, but 5 will go into 21 exactly 4 times. Well, not exactly 4 times, but it will go in about 4 times because 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 4 is 20, so that's what I put here. I have that weird space, so I fill it in with a 0. If I put a 0 here, I have to put a 0 here. Now I subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. I'm still left with 15, so I have to try again. 5 won't go into 1, but it will go into 15 exactly 3 times. So 5 times 3 is 15. 15 minus 15 is 0. Okay, so now I have to add my numbers up, and I am left with 643. But now I have to figure out where my decimal goes. So I have to go back to my dividend. I have 2 digits to the right of the decimal. So I start all the way on the outside and move 1, 2 places. So my answer is $6.43. Also, that's the most reasonable place to put it because 5 times 6 is 30, and 32 is pretty close to 30. If I put it here, my answer would be 64, and that would be more money than he even started out with. So that wouldn't be a very reasonable place to put it. Patrick has 13 9200 yards of fabric and is going to cut the fabric into 24 equal-sized pieces. What is the length of each piece of fabric that Patrick cut? So we know that he has a piece of fabric and it's 13 9200 yards, and he's going to cut the fabric into 24 equal-sized pieces. So that means he is going to take his total, 13 9200, and split it up into 24 equal groups. We start with the first digit. 24 won't go into 1. We can look into 13. 24 won't go into 13, but 24 will go into 139. So let's do some estimating here. 24 is pretty close to 25, and I know how to count by 25s because I can think of quarters. So let's do that. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, that's pretty close. One more would be 150, and that would be too high. So I think it will go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So let's see what 24 times 5 is. 5 times 4 is 20, put down my 0, regroup my 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 more is 12. That gives me 120. I think that's as close as we're going to get. So I'm going to put my 5 out to the side, and I'm going to subtract 120.